and welcome back to my channel. This is Caffeinate Dino. Today we're continuing speed dating for ghosts. Last time we dated Leon, Spooky Peter, and Kyo from the Room of Liars. We're going to be going to the last room, which I believe is the Room of Dark? I think? We'll find out. Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down. You can go right in. Oh, Room of Black, not Room of Dark. Ooh, we have flowers instead of wine this time. The Room of Black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, dying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Lol. Wait. Lol. Isn't it great being dead? It's pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously. Nice to meet you, Drea. Square. Hey, I'm cool. Sure you are. This not your Pontiac in the parking lot? I don't remember how I got here. Weird. That's weird. Quit being weird. I'll try. So, like, what are you into? Oh boy. A distraction? I can help with that. I'm very distracted. Drea looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail. And not in the good way. What are you into? Boobies. Drea snorts a little. No, but seriously. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads. A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. I'm still not used to any of this. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, best way to die is now, before death does me in. You should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know. But now that I am dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. The bell rings. Antler Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Another ghost appears. Oh. Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home. To see a new face. I like your face too. You're too kind. My looks aren't what they were. Guess when you get old, You look it. Even after you go. I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. They treated you poorly? I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses do their best. They are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait. That's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We got to use that power for good. I agree. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I help people too. When I was little, my father sent me to Bible study. They told us about heaven, eternal happiness, all that. I remember telling the priest, that sounds so selfish. What about everyone else? Hell is other people? Well, that's existentialism. I'm not sure this is heaven. No, it's not. But it's better than nothing. The bell rings. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Another ghost appears. Ooh, quite the change of pace. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Hi? What is it you require? Companionship. You will not receive companionship from me. I bring only pain. Like a memory that haunts. Like a curse. Who are you? My name? I am unknowable. The shadow of a shadow. You can call me Gary. That is who I was. Who I used to be. Tell me about Gary. Gary was a simple man. An accountant. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain. Baseball games and decaffeinated tea. What happened to Gary? The ghost's eyes grow wide. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. I'm sorry. Do not be sorry. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft. Who killed you? I do not remember. Can you help me remember? The bell rings. Your time with Gary ends before you have a chance to answer. Perhaps if you get to know Gary a little better, you can help him. Help him remember how he died. It's one way to spend an evening. The second round begins. Everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? We could liven it up. Oh man. Okay. Like a prank? Or maybe we try to scare the other ghosts. Who haunts the haunters or something? We can make something float. Make something float? That's all you got? Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some fleshbags. Give them something to be afraid of. I'd like that. Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. What's wrong with poltergeists? Nothing at all. Poltergeists are the best. It's pretty much just like the movie. One time I even tried to suck a girl into a TV. The glass got in the way. Kinda messy, actually. Did she die? Nah. I was kidding. I'm not like that. My friends, though? Way more intense about the ghost stuff. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. At morticians. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. I just hang out. Go to shows. Terrorize this normie couple I know. Rich types moved into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says, "Live, laugh, love." How do you terrorize the normies? Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. It wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes. Other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know, I probably sound pathetic. The bell rings. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. I'm up for anything. Good. Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? You are my favorite so far. There's no need for flattery. We're already getting along fine. There's something different about you. A light. I can literally see it glowing in there. In your guts. Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? I love gardening. I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas. Spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. How about spinach? Spinach is a fun one. If you stay on top of harvesting the baby leaves, a plant will produce for months. But if you neglect it, spinach will run wild and grow bitter. Now that we're ghosts. I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. Help something live, you know? The bell rings. Oop, there's a bell. I'm due to the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you joined me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. That sounds wonderful. I'm pleased that you agree. I'll meet you at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Sorry if that's a little early. I'm my best self before noon. Hattie floats over to the next table. She looks back and smiles. How did you die? Oh, to you too. Hello. How did you die? Peacefully. No death is peaceful. Surrounded by friends. Are you sure? I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about the emotions. There was anger, frustration, guilt. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood. How can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? When I don't know who is to blame? You mentioned a shadow? The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. Maybe we should go to your old office. I haven't been back. As much as there's something drawing me to that place, there's more pushing me away. I'll be by your side. Sentimental. And yet, knowing I will not do this alone, it helps. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why. The bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. Routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. Choose your date. Oh, I guess we're going with Gary first. I was going to say we go left to right, as usual. Alright, let's go figure out how he died, or who killed him. Put our detective's hat on. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts, waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. Third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Oh, you got a bow tie. He is wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. Are you ready? Oh, should I say you look nice? I wished to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end, even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it. I love it. Gary smiles. Briefly. We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. Where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a cricket drive. Sounds spooky. Yes. Spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit, trying to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems he liked to keep things orderly. My partner's desk, always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Service. What about your service? Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gilk. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. You'd make a good partner. I tried my best. I wish I could say the same for Service. He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh God. I still feel the blade. The knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon, frozen in place right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here, same as Service. At least you know. I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need for it. I'm sorry for bringing you here. I'm sorry I am not good. Don't be sorry. You are right. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I must carry this burden. Atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there. Somewhere. Perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it is only right that I give it to him. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall, you see a portrait. 2 smiling men. Service and Gary, the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead. But the picture stays fixed to the wall. Well, that was an interesting one. He was murdered by cop, but he did the murdering. A bit unexpected. Alright, let's see if we can go for the next one. Think Hattie was in the middle? We return to a room of black. Speeding rounds have ramped up, but some ghosts are still hanging around. Choose your date. Hattie. You arrive at Queen Mary's to meet Hattie for your date. It's 7:04 a.m. You're a little late. Looking around, this could be any nursing home. Yellow walls, stained drop ceilings. Supply carts line the corridors along the odd empty IV stand. The sun's not quite up, but the residents sure are. Walking the halls to get a bit of exercise. Chatting over weak decaf in the dining room next to reception. You came! Welcome to Queen Mary's. My home. What do you think? It's nice. Isn't it, though? I just love it here. These are my people. Behind Hattie, an old woman hangs up the lobby phone. The woman begins to cry. Her son. Probably making more excuses not to visit. Can we do anything? Not unless you possess her son. And march his sorry butt down here. Hattie laughs. Please don't actually do that. It won't help. Besides, there's someone I want you to meet. Hattie floats off down the left corridor. All these corridors look the same. but she knows exactly where she's going. You pass a number of open doors, glancing inside. Some residents watch TV from their beds. Others just stare out their windows or at the walls. Most rooms are bare. A few are decorated. There are tall plants, fine wood furniture, and one room used by a record collection. Essential possessions transplanted to make this place feel more like home. At the far end of a long hall, Hattie stops and turns to you. So, I know this is probably obvious, but we're here to see Milton. He was my partner for 47 years. If you think I'm a firecracker, Milton's all sparks. You'll like him, I think. He's been doing worse lately. How can I help? I've been spending a lot of time here. It has him concerned. Milton says I'm hanging on to the past. He wants me to make friends who are more like me. Ghosts, he means. I want to show him that I met a good one. I want him to meet you. It will make him so happy. Hattie turns to go into Milton's room. Good morning, Millie. Inside is an empty bed, neatly made. Milton is gone. Oh, no. Hattie frantically searches the room. She spots a chart at the foot of the bed. This says he had an aneurysm. He was taken to the hospital. She looks at you with fear in her eyes. I have to go. I understand. I'm so sorry about this. It's just, I need to go see him. Would you please come with me? Of course. Thank you. So much. I'd like that. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm scared to do this alone. You arrive at the hospital with Hattie. She floats behind the reception counter to locate Milton's room. Second floor, intensive care. Milton's room is dim. A reedy old man with a thick mustache lies in bed, motionless. It's quiet except for the steady whoosh and click of a machine by his side. A ventilator, connected to a tube, runs down his throat. The machine is breathing for him. Oh no. Milton. She looks around as if he might have already left his body. They were supposed to let him go. Hattie looks at Milton's chart. It says he was found unresponsive. No signs of brain activity. But I still feel his presence. Don't you? I feel it? But where is he? Is he lost somewhere? Is he trapped in there? Oh, Milton. His sister has power of attorney. He didn't want this. He signed a form that said do not resuscitate. He didn't want this. Hattie looks up. I'm sorry I dragged you here. I know this must be quite awkward. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone with Milton now. I understand. Thank you for understanding. As you step into the hall to leave, you can hear Hattie saying something at Milton's bedside. There's so much more, my love. Just you wait. Well, that was sad. That was certainly sad. Goodness. And short. Alright, let's go with the last one. I think it's Drea? Return to the room of black. Speed dating rounds have wrapped up, but some ghosts are still hanging around. Choose your date. Drea. You ready? Yeah, you're ready. Drea has something planned, that's for sure. This is gonna be sweet. Drea takes you to a house in the city. A duplex, brick. Not a bad looking place, maybe a little rundown. It's clearly had some renovations though. Like the neighborhood, its edges have been filed off in favor of something good old-fashioned gentrification. The front door is a fresh shade of red, and there's a pretty nice car in the driveway. My place, when I was just another flesh bag. Really? Yeah, really. What, you're surprised? When I was here, it was way better. There was a pawn shop over there, where that garbage Java Joy Joy is now. They always had good tapes. Now it's just coffee. Everyone just drinks coffee and does yoga. Whatever, come on. Let's go inside. From the inside, the house looks like a show home. Perfectly decorated rooms with perfectly placed furniture. Everything matches because almost everything is white or gray. Ugh. You get cleaners. Pay them like nothing. And complain when they don't wash the walls. Ceramic letters hang on a yellow accent wall. Live, laugh, love. This is the garbage I'm talking about. Live, laugh, love. Spew, barf, puke. Drea starts to rearrange the letters. Evil. Oh man. Ghoul. And then that leaves lave. What does that spell? Veil? Does evil, ghoul, veil mean anything? What about leave? What, like leave without the E? Perfect. They take a step back to survey their handiwork. Evil, ghoul, leave. Lol. So, where should we hit next? The kitchen. Getting creative, huh? Plenty of fun there. The kitchen looks like it was recently updated. Built-in microwave, induction cooktop, something called a smart fridge. What do they even do to afford all this? Drea heads for the fridge. This is what I call Portuguese pay dirt. Inside the fridge is the biggest plastic container of kale you've ever seen, and rows of expensive-looking juice marked cleanse. I can't choose the juice. Look at all these pretty colors. Green, yellow, red. Drea thinks for a moment. Slime, pea, blood. Just like that, the juices look different. Don't worry. They'll just taste like those things. Somehow that's hard to believe. I mean, where would I even get blood? There's a click at the front door. Oh shiz, they're home. Quick, this way. Drea drags you to the front room just as the couple who lives here opens the front door. At first, they don't notice anything is wrong. They take off their shoes while bickering about who forgot to take the garbage out. The man is the first to see the letters on the wall. He stops talking. She looks up to see why. He points to the letters rearranged on the wall, and they proceed to freak the fudge out. They run away. Not out the door, up the stairs, straight to the bedroom. Oh, we should have picked the bedroom. Aw, man. After all that work. I knew we should have done the bedroom. I guess they weren't gonna run straight to the fridge anyway. This was so super good. Best time I've had in forever. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. Absolutely. Totally. You're left alone in Dre's house. Upstairs, the couple is loudly trying to convince the cops they call that ghosts are real. Eventually they give up and admit it was probably just neighborhood punks. Leave the house through a wall. Outside is dusk and kinda spooky. There's a bit of fog rolling in. A nice night for a haunting. A good night to be a ghost. Oh, and that's that. This one's a bit shorter than the others. Let's see our graveyard. We are missing... Oh, Spooky Peter's is broken. Riley, Hattie, and Milton. Oh, we have a question mark. And we still have these. I wonder how we get the other people. Oh, look! We can replay the date, and it tells us about them. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. I wonder who this question mark is. I have to find out how to get the last person, or the last 5 people I think we have. Interesting. Alright, well I'm gonna call it here for now. That's the end of this video. We did the dark room, the black room. The room of black, whatever it's called. And I'll catch you next time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow. And thank you for hanging out with me. Bye!